Hello, today we are explaining the IDEA and the IEP process. There's a few things you can see in my presentation that we are going over. Um, Definitely the IEP components, since we are going to be going over IEP meetings. There's 8 different components in an IEP meeting. First one's current skill level. Second one is annual goals. Third is progress tracking. 4 is special education services. 5 is the duration of these services. 6 is the participants in mainstream classrooms. And 7 is testing adaptations. And 8 is transitional goals and services. So you can kind of think of like these 8 components of a IEP meeting as you go through the meetings. You can kind of see different stuff like that. The first thing you have to do, though, um, is the evaluation process. The purpose of evaluation is to determine if a student has specialized needs that will require specialized instruction. Some examples of evaluation include specialized education assessments, that's tests that you can give them, or different assessments to find out if they have special needs or if they will need these services. The school will evaluate them as well. And then lastly is the IEP evaluation, where they will meet and determine and discuss what the student needs, what's going to help them, and then you will determine their eligibility. You will determine their eligibility for special education. An eligibility determination meeting happens, and that is what I was just talking about, the IEP meeting. That is where everyone will determine if this is going to be the right program for you, and then what the next steps will be. Um, let's move along in this presentation. Also, hmm, the parents and guardians involvement with the students is one of the most crucial and important things that happens. It's also one of the rights that they have. So parents have the right to be involved in every single meeting, every IEP meeting, and they have the right to be involved in every decision that happens with their child. If say they can't make it to an IEP meeting, they they determine that they want to change something about the student's education, the parents legally have to be notified and told about this. So it just goes to show like how important it is. You want the parents to be involved, because the parents also see the child outside the classroom. They can see what they're struggling with, what they're excelling at, and also just what they like and what they dislike, different ways to avoid conflict and stuff like that. They will have tips that can greatly help um, with the teachers and school and everyone involved. There's also high expectations for ongoing communication between the teacher, the schools, parents, guardians. They should all be frequently communicating to support the development, because everyone's going to see things from different perspectives. You want to make sure you hear everyone's involvement. You want to see what everyone else is seeing. That way you can apply some of the things that is working with them, and you can use that as well. Um, as for the ethical responsibility for the teacher, um, to uphold the profession as part of the IEP process, that's just goes without saying that a teacher has a high responsibility. That is very important to take care of the student and ensure that they're getting all the necessary resources and that they are being properly taken care of, and that is on the teacher. Um, it's one of the most important parts about being a teacher, and I think that's one of the first things you realize of why you want the job. And yeah. So that's just a little overview of the IEP meetings and everything else that happens. Thank you.